buggy, powered by Seat, the German test driver for BMW, driving the Spanish-powered buggy prepared by Jean-Louis Schlesser, winner of the Le Mans 24 Hours and former Grand Prix driver. Bruno Sabi, the Frenchman, former winner of the Dakar in the Mitsubishi, had no option but to go flat out today, even though these stages are bumpy. And look at the way his car takes off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rolls for the Mitsubishi driver. Bruno Sabi and Dominic Ceres quick out of the seats. He must have virtually taken his seatbelt off before they landed. It looks as if luckily they're okay. But look at the damage to that Mitsubishi Pajero. The tail gets light, over the car goes 5 times. Bits of bodywork flying everywhere. As the nose digs into the sand, the wheels come off. That Mitsubishi looks as if it's going nowhere fast. Disbelieving, Dominic Ceres surveys the scene. 207 at Salvador. Serbia, Philipp Bomberg turn up. They see what's going on. They see that Sabi and Ceres are okay, but the damage to the car is incredible.
On est satisfait d'être en état, mais on réalise vite qu'on n'a pas de la course.
Sabi explaining basically what happened, but we saw it for ourselves. He got out of rhythm. The car took off, then he was in trouble. It's all about rhythm. It has been for the last 2 days. Once we get into the desert, it'll be about taking the right route, but today about keeping the right speed at the right time. And these bumps that we've been looking at from the air, deceptively smooth from the air, but apparently on the ground, each bump is a meter or so high. That's about 3 feet. And it doesn't just end smoothly, each time it's a clip. And you get out of rhythm and you see what happens. Ceres has a look at the damage, but even the world's most optimistic person would say their rally is probably run. They'll have to wait for the support trucks behind them to turn up, see if some kind of temporary repair can be made. And Sabi, who sits on the sand that isn't to be the venue for a win this year, can only but hope what might have happened. Patrick Tombe, the Grand Prix driver, passes. One of the Gecko team from Germany in the Mitsubishi Pajeros pass. The T2 class cars, slightly less powerful than the T3 class Citroens, Mitsubishis and the like. It's like a plane carving a vapor trail across the sky, except this is a Citroen carving a dust trail across the Sahara.
Here's a look at the results of Stage 5. The battle continues between the Citroën teammates Lartigue and Vatanen, the Frenchman taking the win by just 49 seconds. And look at the gap to third, over 9 minutes back to Fontenay in the leading Mitsubishi on that stage. In the overall standings, Vatanen continues to lead, but now by just 4 minutes and 7 seconds, the closest of our 3 divisions. And notice Bruno Sabi, after that horrible roll, no longer in the top 5. One more look at Sabi's narrow escape in the desert. We'll be back to Africa.
Drama and tragedy on today's dramatic stage of the Granada-Dakar Rally. Bruno Sabi crashes out a 5 times roll. Pierre Lartigue tries to take the lead, but Ari Vatanen holds out. The Finn still leading.
96. From Izmara in Morocco, across the border into the iron ore mining town of Zourat in Mauritania. Here's our reporter on site.
I'm in the only car at the moment that has a chance of competing with the Citroens in this incredible rally. It's the $500,000 Mitsubishi Pajero of Frenchman Jean-Pierre Fontenay. The car punches out 300 horsepower, and at the moment Fontenay is the only man capable of beating either Ari Vatanen or Pierre Lartigue, who are leading the rally at the moment. The Granada-Dakar, though, in a state of shock this morning after last night's accident involving one of the Citroen support trucks. Laurent Guéguin, a French driver with the Citroën team, driving the Mercedes support truck, crashed and his truck caught fire. Guéguin was unable to get out and died in the inferno yesterday afternoon. So the rally in a state of shock. It continues, though. The rally not unused to controversy in the past. Over 30 people have been killed on this event in 18 years. But it continues, and the competition will hopefully take a little bit of the sting out of yesterday's bad news. I've explained what's going on in the car class.
Indeed it is, Jeremy. Today's map shows 375 miles of special stage or timed racing, 385 miles of total travel across the desert to the town of Zurat, the longest stage of the rally thus far. The event has been visited by tragedy already.
Exactly the same. Roger Kalmanovic, who's the foreign minister for the Dakar, says that he has it on good authority from the Moroccan military that there are no mines in that area and there's no way that they could have hit a mine. The reason for the accident is rather immaterial now. Sensationalist possibly if it was a mine, but the death of Guéguin has badly affected the rally. The Citroën team have decided to continue their leading, or were leading last night with Ari Vatanen, and that's changed today. And the team decide to continue with this year's Granada Dakar. Behind them, the field fighting fiercely as they head further and further into the Sahara. Yesterday, the last day of competition in Morocco before crossing into Mauritania. Today's rally and the rest of the rally will follow through Mauritania, Mali, Guinea, and a finish in Senegal.
Thank you, Jeremy. Here's how everyone stands. In the automobile class, another four-time winner, Ari Vatanen of Finland, leads by just 4 minutes over his Citroën teammate, Pierre Lartigue, and Jean-Pierre Fontenay more than a half hour back in the leading Mitsubishi.